Looking at that stash of water coolers, I don't think we're gonna need to worry about water for quite a while, including food and other materials. Anyways, welcome back everyone to the Pyrogenic Summer Challenge. As you see, Summer Steve has sported a beard which looks absolutely disgusting on him, so we are going to shave that right off. But while we do that, I can talk about how long we have survived so far. We have survived for around 6 days, killing 162 zombies, which means that the chopper event is gonna come along pretty soon. But really, I'm not too worried, as we still got power, and more importantly, we do have an escape plan if it does hit the fan. But aside from that, I think we can kind of take things a little bit more slowly than I was doing before with my whole pack rat mentality, right? We have a lot of water, and it's not even including the stuff that you can't see. And more importantly, we have a bunch of food, which, if I continue supplying power, is going to stay for a very long time. I mean, look at that. We got, what, around 50 kilos of just food and a whole other fridge to fill up. So that kind of brings me into my next little plan. I think we should future-proof our house by grabbing that generator back at my spawn today. Oh, also, I need to set down my new stretcher bed. I forgot that I brought this along, so we no longer need this blue chair. We have upgraded to an actual bed or a cot. Either way, it's going to be way more comfy than what we were rocking with before. Hell yeah, this is my own little slice of heaven, and it's only going to get better from here on out. I say better with very loose terms, by the way, as it is still excruciatingly hot outside, and it's only going to get worse as the day continues to go through. But hey, that's not too much of a problem when we got our favorite vehicle here. Let's just make sure we turn on the damn heater and cooler before I get cooked alive in here. There we are. I gotta say though, as soon as you get a vehicle, this challenge becomes a lot more manageable. I hope we're gonna be able to squeeze through that small gap. I think we will, but I guess we'll see. No, we're good. Okay, it's just a very tight squeeze. In the future, I might wanna do 3 tiles wide just to avoid that fate. Especially with the ever-looming threat of zombies, and if I get marooned in the middle of the fence line, it's probably gonna be quits from me. But there we go. We made it through, right to our old house. And now I can go ahead and grab the only generator around the area. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, there's also zombies. Okay, this is a bit of a problem. I'll just drop it down real quick and we can dispose of these bozos the right way. There we are. Now I can finally grab this generator. Sadly, I do only have 1 right now, but hopefully we can get 2, so I have 1 for the gas station and 1 for our actual theater base, as I need to keep the freezers running in order to make sure all the food that we have foraged so far stays good. We also have some metal sheets and supplies, which is something I will take now, especially the gas. Oh yeah, there's actually so much gas in here. This is a very good find, with lastly there being some charcoal. Not a bad yoink, especially because I can probably set up a grill in the future and use that instead of a normal stove, which I don't have back at my base. And lastly, I almost forgot about this, but I did leave some supplies back here when I initially left, including a bunch of water containers and a crowbar, which is honestly a pretty damn good weapon. I'll take that, and I think we will finally have everything we need to leave. Yeah, there really wasn't much left here. So let's get all the way back home to drop things off, and then I'll tell you about my next plan after. Actually, it's kind of late already. I think I might stay here for a little bit longer and just do foraging so I can go check out some of the other stuff next time. Yeah, I really don't want to play things super late in this challenge, and we are extremely close to foraging level 4, so let's do a little bit of foraging. Why the hell not? I'll keep you updated on what I find, which includes a stone, some chopsticks, which brings me to level 4 foraging. Not bad at all. We have not found any food stuff yet, which is pretty sad, but we'll be picking up on that very soon. It's really just been a lot of stones, but I do have the feeling that foraging is going to be Summer Steve's saving grace when everything starts to get a little more rare, as we have the chance to find anything. It's all a big gamble, and I am all for it. I guess we could also go check out some of these train carts here. I kinda neglected them at the start, and there might be some supplies inside that I'll like, which is actually pretty useful. In any other run, I would say these lumber piles are absolutely useless, but in this run, this lumber's gonna be some good stuff. Because, you know, the whole lack of trees and everything, so I'll take this actually right now. I think this is gonna be a pretty good thing to invest in. Let's go back up to the zombies that we all murdered, get a bunch of sheet ropes so I can collect these into piles, load them into the car, and I will count that as a successful looting run. Starting with the clothing, moving on down with our adequately cooled vehicle, a solid 30 degrees, just so I can stack up these logs into much more manageable piles. Not bad. Let's keep that up for these next few piles here. I'll go check out some of these other train carts to see if they're dealing with the same things, but we already have 6 whole logs to work with. It's also gotten extremely hotter out. It's a solid 128, so I do need to take breaks very often. But we will make it work regardless. Oh, this is such a good plan. I'm so freaking smart. And once we have all this wood, we won't need to worry about disassembling stuff for too long, up until I need to actually grind out my carpentry skills. Anyways, let's go check out some more of these train carts to see if there's any other wood ones like it. Which there is. Oh, we are eating so good today. Oh, and not only that, I forgot that our little spawn area did have these rain collector barrels. I sadly cannot pick them up just yet. I guess I can, actually. So you know what, let's go fill up any containers we can with this water to see if I can grab myself a rain collector barrel. It's a pretty low chance of succeeding, but 1 barrel's gonna be better than 0 up at my movie theater base, so I'm gonna risk it. So long as I remembered to pack the hammer with me. Sadly, I did forget to pack my hammer, so the only way we're gonna be able to get those water collectors right now is through a little bit of a weird process, and that's gonna be making an actual hammer, and that requires me foraging for a single tree branch. It shouldn't be that hard, so let's look around the area a little bit to see if I can make my dreams come true. Because we do have stones, which is one of the main components of a stone hammer. All I need is a stone, some ripped sheets, and a tree branch. I'll look around for a little bit, but if I can't find anything, I'll call it a healthy loss and I'll just come back for them later. Yeah, you know what? I can always come back. It's not going anywhere. Instead, I'll just fill up my last seat with some logs. There we are. So I think it's time we head on back and drop off all of our wood. I can't wait to see what it looks like in an actual pile. It's gonna be pretty damn cool. I will see you all then. And here is where I would have done a last bop, but I'm looking at the drop model for this charcoal and it is the most pitiful thing I've ever seen. It looks like rat droppings, yet the actual thing itself weighs 8 kilos and is a massive bag. It is, it's really funny how tiny this thing is with how heavy it is. I guess I'll drop it in the corner. It adds ambience, I guess. But yeah, we got ourselves a very nice timber pile. I'll probably be back to the train carts for more. We have so much freaking water, some gasoline, and now we got our generator in the front. So I gotta say, we're doing pretty damn good for ourselves. Also, I will be grabbing this Mossberg and nightstick from this dead police zombie, including all of those, actually, I don't have any use for the maggots, but the zombie corpses are starting to fester them. So that's awesome. Tomorrow, I think we are gonna go check out some more of the buildings that a ways, though. We've done a lot of exploring up there, so I want to see what's on the opposite side of our movie theater. Oh, I also forgot to almost drop this thing off right here. There we are. That gives us how many? 18 logs in total. And I think that has definitely earned a very nice treat, which is actually an entire bag of chips. Delicious. I'll have some ice cream as well. That should set us over. Now it's time to sleep. And sleep we shall. Welcome to day 7, everyone. We have finally survived our first week, and we are going to survive for so much more longer now that we have all these supplies. The one thing that I will take before I go out on my little mission is an actual hammer and screwdriver combo so I can you know, disassemble stuff on the way. There we are. I would say the things that I'm really looking out for right now is a welder mask, so I can actually get started in creating some really cool stuff. Especially if I want to get a little bit silly making stuff like salvaged shivs and scrap blades. I'm gonna need a few more supplies is what I'm trying to say. I mean, we can create a few things like an improvised flashlight silencer, which is something that I will take, actually. At least we have a massive obtrusive silencer on this little 38 dinky revolver. I don't know how that exactly works, but it just does. Enough questioning, it's about time we get moving. It's actually really nice out right now, only 108 degrees Fahrenheit. Holy crap, I might not even need to power up my car for this one. I'm kidding, it gets extremely bad in the cars regardless. That's why we got the cooler. So, what do we got down this way? Some homes, very large homes, okay, not the worst. I was kind of expecting a little bit more, but I guess we can peruse some of these areas. Yeah, there's not too many zombies. And if you think about it, homes might have exactly what I need. All I gotta do is check them out. Also, I need to keep this car running or else it'll turn into an oven so quickly. I always forget how fast that kind of stuff ramps up. Anyways, what do we got inside? Other than a couple of bozos that need to be taught a lesson. Thanks for the revolver, ma'am. We have ourselves, oh, it's already looking good in here. These little back rooms are some of the best spots for loot. Oh yeah, I'm feeling it today. We got garden saws, a lighter, even more gas cans, barbed wire, rope, metal sheets, and welding rods. I will probably need all of this, including the extra propane torches. I know I already have one, but having more than one gives you more fuel to work with. Inside the fridge, we have an entire egg carton that'll keep me fed for an actual week. A rotten bowl of stew, which I'll use as a container. So many books in here. I'm gonna take as much as I can, as there is going to be a point in this challenge to where all I can do is read indoors. So yeah, all of this is gonna be easy yoinks, even if I will never read it in my lifetime. The one thing that I would really like in terms of literature is actually a television. It's only day 7 right now. I think there might be some programs still running, and if that's the case, I'm gonna need to watch this as soon as I get home so I can absorb as much knowledge as possible. Matter of fact, I'm gonna leave it out here when I'm done looting, because I think there will be a scheduled program at 9 a.m. I kind of forgot that there are going to be no VHS tapes in this run, so getting as much knowledge with these as possible would be nice. But let's see what we got upstairs. We got some water that I will always love to siphon, a couple more books, a couple of garbage bags, and that's it. The only thing that I will take other than that are these nice little plants here because I think they would look pretty cool at my base. Just because the world has ended doesn't mean Summer Steve can't live large for a little bit. Is there any programs today? I would really like it if there were. No, there's not any, but the television is still really cool to take with me, so I'll just take it. Okay, let's go load it in the back and continue searching some of the other homes. Oh, it does look like there's gonna be a little bit of opposition, though. No problems. Especially now because we got the cooler car. Which is currently a very cool 70 degrees room temperature inside. Oh, I absolutely love having this thing around. You're gonna be my new best friend. I think we should give the car a name in the future just because of how important it is to my life. I'm never gonna leave home without you, baby. Don't worry, don't worry. It's definitely a mutualism type of symbiosis because I give the car fuel and in return, the car cools me down. So as long as I stay alive, this car stays running, and so as long as this car stays running, I stay alive. It's as simple as that. Okay, on to the next house, though. Which is already looking stylish as hell. As we have ourselves a basic fork spoon and some canned corn, a singular banana, which I will eat right now, and lastly, a couple more cans of food with a bowl of rotten soup. Ooh, and if that wasn't tantalizing enough, we have ourselves a small little party. A very sad party, but a party that will keep us alive, filled with red solo cups and brewskis up the wazoo. Awfully weird sink placement, but I won't question it. Next house. We got a rolling pin and some canned food, a free carton of milk, a steak, metalworking mags with another very sad party. Oh, this is such a good look. All those empty bottles are gonna be filled up with water as well. Man, I gotta say, I think we're gonna get some more loot just from the events that happen inside of these homes alone. I haven't been getting much out of the containers themselves, but it's a different story for the stuff on top of the counters. That is gonna be it here, though. Off to the next house. Oh, actually, those are some really good medical supplies. And I think we ought to go check out the one with the shack first. Aw, damn it, the door's locked. Well, it's a good thing I got the hand axe. Which seems to be the right call. Already we have gotten ourselves so many supplies, including metal bars, which I could do very fun things with. Plaster powder, which is useless. Another flashlight, actually pretty huge, especially because I turned my old one into a suppressor. And lastly, nails. We also got some antibiotics inside of the bathroom. A Freddy the Fox plushie? Oh, you're gonna be my best friend. Some padded pants, which would be really funny to wear in this challenge. I would actually turn myself into an oven if I did decide to wear padded clothing. And lastly, we got ourselves another engineer spawn. I will continue to take the twine and scrap metal, that is huge. And who knows, we might even make ourselves a cool little pipe bomb in the future. Okay. I do think after we loot one more house, though, I'm gonna call it quits for today, as we have been pushing pretty far into some uncharted territory. And it's good to know that this area down here is more of a residential spot, which means as soon as I run out of wood out of the train cars, I can go down to these homes here and disassemble the beds and furniture for supplies. And that is a chopper event. Okay, that is one hell of a timing for it. Well, it looks like we're gonna go drive out in the middle of nowhere to make sure that the zombies don't get brought to my location. I'm glad I got the car beforehand then. Let's drive through the little break in our fence line, go out in the middle of nowhere. Actually, I'm gonna drive down this way, a very long distance, and I think we'll just chill a little bit out here. I am pretty sad that we do need to call it quits before I could loot that last house, but it's good that it hits now than if it hit when I was sleeping, you know? And while I'm at it, I might as well go loot around and forage to see what I can find out here. There's really nothing else to do right now. If any zombies come up, I can always take the car and escape really speedily. And it does look like the opposition has finally arrived. Is it just him, or are they bringing in a full squad? Okay, it looks to be just him. I guess that's another benefit of living in the middle of nowhere. There's not a lot of zombies to harass you. Yeah, we'll just wait in our car for a bit. They are bringing in some zombies, though. So I am probably gonna need to clear out some in front of my, my movie theater. But hopefully, this guy doesn't stick around for too much longer. Okie dokie, it's 5:40 p.m. and I think the chopper event has finally passed, which means I have the green light to get all the way back to my base. I'm hoping that it didn't bring too many zombies in from the top area, but your guess is as good as mine at this point. And it looks like they didn't. Bless this beautiful game. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the episode here. We got a whole bunch of supplies, including food, water, everything really, and I finally future-proofed my house a little bit to prepare for when the electricity goes out. I think next episode, we're gonna do a lot more scouting in the town to see if there's any points of interest that I may or may not enjoy. And once I do, once I do mark them out, I can go ahead and set up looting runs to go loot them. I also really want to make a few weapons that might be a little bit more suited in this hot heat environment, but we'll see what we can make in the future. Anyways, if you guys have liked this episode, be sure to like, favorite, share, and subscribe for more. I will see you in the next episode. Peace the hell out, everyone.